for India to look at itself, at the amount of talent that we have, the thought process that we have, the kind of energy that we have in the country, and to really reframe ourselves as not just serving the world with AI, but also serving India with AI.
Ambika, thank you so much for joining here with us. I want to start by congratulating you on being a part of the top 100 leaders in AI. How does that feel?
So it was a surprise. It was a surprise for the list to come out, and it's been great because I think there are to represent India, to be a woman on the list. I think to represent industrial company Michelin on the list. I think it's great.
How much more of pressure does this add to the goals that you've already set for yourself for the next few years, if I may ask?
Yeah, I think it's I'm more of a journey person than a goal person.
How lovely.
So in general, I don't tend to have very specific goals, but I do have how I would like to the companies the AI at the company to evolve, in the world to evolve, my team, myself, or the personal side. So I'm more of a journey person than a goal person.
How amazing. I love the sound of that. But coming back to the summit and your presence here, so what do you think is the most crucial decision that India needs to take in the space of AI to shape its future in the next 3 years, and why?
I think number one is it's a mindset to really for India to look at itself, at the amount of talent that we have, the thought process that we have, the kind of energy that we have in the country, and to really reframe ourselves as not just serving the world with AI, but also serving India with AI.
Nice. And speaking of AI and how it's shaping the future, which sector do you think has the most crucial responsibility of leading this change on the journey?
So I think it's not. I don't look at it as sectors, but I do believe that enterprises have a very significant and outsized role to play in the way AI will evolve. The reason I say this is because, in fact, the most sophisticated players, the ones that understand the technology the most, it's not the government, it's not research, and I think uniquely in history, it's in fact enterprises, and enterprises are multinational entities, the larger ones. So I think it's for enterprises to really be thoughtful and human-centric in the way we think about AI. That's critical.
Nice. So I will wrap this up. And the last question of, if you had the chance to spend 2 minutes with every leader who's here at the summit for the next 3 days, what would your message be to them, and why?
That's an interesting question. I think number one is to invest for countries, for enterprises in research, because the story is far from over, as well as we really do need multiple perspectives, from all of the diverse perspectives, in terms of how we build the models, how we deploy AI. So investing in deep tech, I think this is a critical one. And the second thing is to really focus on human-centric AI, to make sure that the AI that we develop are in fact augmenting our lives as humans, augmenting our experiences. Those two are the aspects.
Lovely. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ambika. Appreciate your time.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Chief AI Officer podcast with Sanjay Puri. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to leave a comment. We'd love to hear what you thought, and share it with someone curious about the future of AI. Join us every Friday right here on the CAIO podcast as we share more stories and insights from the leaders shaping what's ahead.